Hello and welcome to my YouTube series Increase Your Research Impact. In this final episode, I'll give you some advice on what to do if you have very little time and still want to increase the impact of your work.
During the presentation, I saw some people looking like, oh my god, this is all too much. There are not enough hours in the day and I have so much other work to do. But you'll notice that I put kind of time spent on most of the slides. How much time does this actually take? Not how much time do I think it will take. If you add up the hours, I would say per paper it's about 6 to 16 hours. Sounds like quite a lot for an individual paper, but put it into context. You've spent years and years and years on this research, and then another year or two writing up the paper and getting it through the review process. Why wouldn't you spend 1 or 2 more days to make sure that that paper really reaches the right audience? And I think in the social sciences we actually are at an advantage here, because it's not like we publish 10 articles a month. If you do, then yes, this will be quite time consuming, but then you're probably leading a laboratory and you have minions to do all the social media for you. But generally social science academics publish a couple of articles a year at most, so it doesn't have to cost more than a few days a year. And as I said, if you've put all this time into getting that paper out there, why not make sure it gets all the attention it deserves? So the other question people always have, I don't think this really matters. I presented some of this before and people said, I have never ever cited a paper because I read a tweet about it. So well, you might not have, but that's anecdata, that's not research. There's been lots of research on social media use in academia, and in general you will find that the more you engage with social media, the more your work is read. Even if you reach 1 or 2 more people that really need to know about the research, I think it is worth it. It's not, as we said before, all about the citations, it's about reaching the right audience. To do, if you think, I don't have the time, I really would like to do some of this, but I don't feel I have the time or the capabilities yet. What I would say is create a Google Scholar profile, which most of you have done. Set up a LinkedIn profile, set up a ResearchGate profile, and add every new paper there. Check all of them every 3 or 4 months. If you do that, I think you're already doing more than probably half of the academics, maybe 3/4 of the academics, if you do all of those. Then if you think you can spend more time, and if you feel that you're starting to like the engagement and the response you get back from other people engaging with your work, you can use these same services at an expert level, posting material on LinkedIn, reviewing your ResearchGate tweet and engaging with people there. If you've done all of that and you still like it, maybe open a Twitter account and do occasional guest blogging on other blogs. With the Twitter account you can start slowly, as I said, just kind of get information from others and then gradually start to tweet yourself. And then if you're really keen, then maybe start regular blogging and use your Twitter account actively. Maybe have 2 or 3 Twitter accounts, 1 personal, 1 professional, maybe 1 for a research center that you're involved with, and also start to engage with updates from others. So there's a whole range. It doesn't mean that once you start engaging you need to spend an hour a week on it. You can if you want. But you can also just do like an hour or so every 3 months and you already have a pretty good profile.
If you want to know more about any of these topics, I recommend my 8-part blog post series, Social Media in Academia. The last installment shows how to use the various platforms to reinforce each other. I do hope you have enjoyed this YouTube series on how to increase your research impact. If you did, please have a look at my other videos on YouTube. I will be adding new ones very regularly. Hope to see you again soon.